Let's go, baby.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Roommate Rundown. This is actually our first video podcast, so make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. I'm here with Stu, and then also our third roommate.
Yes.
We got Anthony Pataki here as our guest this week.
Yep.
Stu, you want to?
Yeah, Pataki, run us through kind of where you're from, how you got to Liberty, and your favorite sports teams.
All right, sounds good, guys. All right, so for the last 9 years, I lived in Harrisonburg, Virginia. So my dad got a job there after we lived in New Jersey for 9 years. So I lived in New Jersey the first 9 years, then Harrisonburg, Virginia. So for my sports teams, I'm a Giants fan, New York Giants, New York Yankees, New York Knicks, and then the New York Rangers. So all New York. Besides college, I like Penn State because
love to hear.
I love Saquon when he first got drafted to the Giants. So you know how that's going right now for me. But yeah. I found out about Liberty running track. I ran a lot of my meets here. All my state meets were here, so did some research about the school, and I fell in love with it. So here I am with my third room of my freshman year with Brayden and Stu.
Crazy rooming situation for you, Patak.
Yeah.
But I think you finally found a home.
I found
here.
my home
Oh,
here.
it's been fun.
It's been a blast.
Yeah, it has.
He's way better than BJ was.
Oh, yeah, way better.
Don't BJ, if you're listening, we love you, but Pataki's just way better. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so that was just a little bit about Pataki. Now let's just get into the meat of the podcast. Obviously, the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Eagles won that 40-22 dominant win against the Chiefs. Stu, you want to talk a little bit about that?
I'll just run us through the first half stats for the Chiefs. Obviously down 24-0 at the start. Patrick Mahomes, 6 for 14, 33 passing yards, and 2 interceptions. He also took 3 sacks. A brutal offensive performance in the first half. Also, 3 rushing attempts for 3 yards.
Oh my gosh. That is dreadful.
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Like, what the crap?
That's pretty bad, guys.
Isn't that trash?
That's really bad. And, I know that Eagles defensive line is really good. But you got to be able to protect your quarterback and get the run game moving.
Yeah, Stu and I talked about
that. If you
week.
listen to the podcast last week, the first thing I talked about was, what do the Chiefs have to do? They have to protect Mahomes.
Yeah.
And what happened in the Buccaneers Super Bowl happened again.
Yep.
Part of it is the broken down offensive line of the Chiefs, sure. But the dominance of the defensive line for the Eagles. They have 8 guys who are just out there making plays, and boy, it was evident in the first half.
How about Cooper DeJean?
Yeah.
The white corners. Represent the white corners.
Wow.
How about a game?
What a play.
How about that game? Yeah, what a play.
I don't know what Mahomes was doing. Another
thing
where he's rolling out and trying to do too much.
Yeah.
And when you make him try to do too much, that's where he makes mistakes. And I think the one thing I really got out of the Super Bowl was they limited the ways that the Chiefs could win.
Yeah.
And the thing about the Chiefs is they can win in so many different ways. But now if you blitz the quarterback like they did, they can feel pressure. You take away the running game, 3 attempts for 3 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
Man, now you're limiting their ways to win.
Yeah.
Kelsey was a non-factor as well.
Yeah, that's a killer not having Kelsey.
You want to run us through the Eagles stats for the game?
Yeah, so we have here the Eagles were up 34-0 in the third quarter. So it was still a shutout at that point, which is actually crazy. Hurts had 221 yards, 2 TDs, and a rush TD. So obviously he won Super Bowl MVP. Pretty good numbers from him. And surprisingly, Barkley only had 25 attempts for 57 yards. Didn't have a touchdown in the game. Just wanted to point out, I did have him for over literally 0.5 rushing touchdowns or receiving touchdowns to win me $50. He couldn't do that. I was very upset. Very sad days. And his longest rush was only 10 yards, which is actually crazy. So they were able to take away Saquon. But like we talked about, Stu, Jalen Hurts had to step up. He indeed stepped up, and look where it got him.
The front 7 for the Chiefs, meaning the defensive line and the linebackers, for Kansas City, took away the run, like they were meant to do. One of the few teams where they only needed 7. I rarely saw a defensive back come and try to make a tackle. It was a really good performance. Nick Bolton, Drew Tranquill, all those guys. And despite that, Jalen Hurts threw the ball really well.
I mean, that's what he had to do. We said that's what he had to do, and he excelled at that. So props to him.
I've said before, I'm not his biggest supporter. I mean, as a quarterback, not really a person. As a quarterback, but man, he showed up.
He did show up
and fully deserved the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah. What do you think, Pataki? You got any more thoughts?
Yeah, I was really shocked with Barkley's performance.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me a little bit happy seeing him kind of flow it. But I really thought the key to winning the Super Bowl for the Eagles was going to be Barkley, but he got shut out, and Hurts stepped up when he needed to, and he delivered a heck of a game. And it hurts to see the Eagles win a Super Bowl again, I'll tell you that.
But would you rather the Eagles win the Super Bowl or the Chiefs three-peat?
Chiefs three-peat, 100%.
Okay.
Interesting. I hate especially their fans, dude. I hate their fans.
The Eagles fans?
Eagles fans suck.
They do suck. I agree.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just a little bit about the Super Bowl. Stu, do you have any other closing thoughts?
Not really.
Not really?
I think it was pretty self-evident what happened.
Yeah. I think, like, every NFL collectively was just shocked at that game. Like, who expected it to be 34-0?
Yeah. In
the third quarter?
Mm-hmm.
Like, two-time defending Super Bowl champs getting shut out.
Right.
In the biggest game of the season. I for sure did not expect that coming.
Yeah. Let's give a shout out to Troy Ambergy.
Yeah, Troy.
We the Eagles to win, actually.
Yeah, I don't think you got the score quite right.
He also misspelled Chiefs.
Yeah, he
spelled
it Cheifs. Troy, you're in college, buddy. You're a junior. Yeah. You need to learn how to spell Chiefs.
You may have predicted the game, who won the game, but
also your score was wrong too. But I don't think anybody expected 40-22.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, Troy, there's your shout out.
Yeah.
So that's all we got for the Super Bowl. Stu, you want to go through college basketball?
Yeah.
You got
college basketball. Saturday before the Super Bowl, we saw Florida taking down Auburn, 90-81, and then Duke losing to Clemson.
That's crazy.
77-71. So kind of a wild Saturday.
Yeah.
Couple games, the 1 seed and the 2 seed going down. Also, other upsets: Michigan beat Purdue 75-73. Kentucky beat Tennessee 75-64. And then how about Kansas State? Again. I talked about them last week.
Yeah.
They have wins against Iowa State, who was number 3, number 16 Kansas, and now they add number 13 Arizona. They win 73-70.
3 great ranked wins there.
Yeah, all in February.
Yeah, good for them.
And then UConn beats Creighton 70-66. Big win for the Huskies there.
Yeah.
You want to walk us through? A lot of
interesting games.
Some NBA.
Yeah, I just have 2 NBA games here. Monday, the Lakers were at home versus the Jazz. This was Luka's debut. First time in a Lakers jersey. Definitely interesting to see that. They beat the Jazz 132-113. Luka didn't have a great game. I mean, first game jitters with the Lakers. I understand that. He only had 14, 5, and 4. And LeBron led the way with 24, 7, and 8. And then on the other side, Utah, Lauri Markkanen had 17, 3, and 1, and John Collins had 17 and 11. So just interesting to see. Luka wasn't really a factor in that game, but like I said, his first game, he'll work into the system. He'll be fine. And then Wednesday, I put this on here for Pataki. The Knicks were at home versus the Hawks. They ended up winning 149-148 in overtime. Absolute crazy game.
Wow.
Crazy score for an NBA game.
Mm-hmm.
For New York, Cat had 44, 10, and 3. And Brunson had 36, 3, and 8. So they combined alone for 88 points. So well over half of New York's points.
That's insane.
And then on the other side, Trae Young, again, he's having a career year. He had 38, 1, and 19 assists. And then Dyson Daniels had 23, 4, and 4. And then I just had here, Brunson had the game winner with 11 seconds left. It was just a pull-up jumper to win the game.
2 or 3?
It was a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, those are just two NBA games I have here. Now we have some upcoming games.
Yeah, upcoming games. This weekend we have a Sonic blockbuster must-see TV this weekend, folks. You don't see this very often. Number 1 versus number 2.
Oh, wow.
Auburn against Alabama, 4 o'clock on ESPN. If you don't watch any other game we tell you about, watch this game for college basketball. It is going to be a thriller.
Yeah.
Super excited for that one. That's in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
That is Saturday at 4.
Yeah.
Other games on Saturday, Wisconsin taking on Purdue, 1 o'clock CBS. Houston taking on Arizona, 2 o'clock ESPN. And then finally, our other ranked game, Mississippi State against Ole Miss, an Egg Bowl matchup, 6 o'clock on ESPN. So it should be fun games. And then on Sunday, Big East basketball, number 24 Creighton taking on number 9 St. John's, 3 o'clock on FS1.
So that was Sunday,
right?
Correct?
Yep.
And then Sunday we also have the NBA All-Star Game.
Yeah.
Since we just entered the All-Star weekend for NBA. There's a few NBA games on. I think there was a few on Thursday.
Yeah.
But yeah, entering that. I mean, the All-Star Game is always fun. What are your guys' thoughts on the All-Star Game? Pataki, you have any thoughts?
Pataki, you start us off.
Yeah, you have any thoughts on the All-Star Game?
I can come in.
I hate All-Star games. I really do. I just don't think it's necessary. Like, especially in the middle of the season, when God forbid, but like somebody could get a major injury halfway through the year.
Okay.
Like, I get like at the end of the season for the NFL having an All-Star Game, but the NFL All-Star Game now is pretty bad. I miss the old ones where they're actually like hitting people.
Yeah.
But I do like the skill competitions for like hockey. I love their skill competitions, and I love the home run derby. It's just so fun to watch people like hit the crap out of the ball.
Yeah.
What about the dunk contest? You ever watched that before?
I've watched a couple of them, but I mean it's cool what they do, but I'm not a huge basketball fan. That's probably like my least favorite sport to watch. But I started getting getting into it more, rooming with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm a huge basketball fan, so you kind of gotta embrace it a little bit.
I am actually a huge fan of the NBA All-Star Game. I always have been. To me, the MLB is always a really good All-Star Game. But besides that, the NBA All-Star Game for me is like one of the most fun ones.
Yeah.
Because they try all these crazy dunks. It's all the best players. They're taking like deep threes.
True.
I just love watching them. It's like I don't know. They're just like hanging out in the backyard shooting hoops. I don't know. It's fun.
It's kind of just like a fun game to like pick up.
Right.
Like,
I've always
just, like,
enjoyed
playing,
it.
Like just playing with your friends. Everyone's just having a fun time.
I don't care. Like I love that they like don't play defense.
Really? You actually like that?
Oh yeah, dude. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Because I can just show off and I don't know.
What do you think of the new
layout? Okay, so I was looking at it and I can explain it to anyone who hasn't seen it. So there's gonna be it's basically a 4-team tournament.
Yeah.
3 of the teams are gonna be NBA All-Star teams, led by Shaq's doing one, Kenny Smith's doing one, and Charles Barkley's doing another.
Yeah.
So they're coaching 3 of the teams, and then the 4th team, which is coached by, or not coached, I should say GM. The coaches are the like leading teams in the East and West.
Yeah.
But the other like GM is Candace Parker.
Yeah.
And she's coaching like the Rising Stars winner. Mm-hmm. So it's the 2 teams that are like the Rising Star teams, and they'll play to be that 4th team.
Yeah.
With the 3 other NBA All-Star teams, and then it's like a 14 tournament.
Yeah.
I think it's like first to 40. I could be wrong on that.
It is. I have it right.
First to 40. Okay.
Yeah.
Which I think should be interesting.
Yeah.
And that's a Sunday at 8 o'clock, starting up on TNT or TBS.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brayden?
I mean, I always tune into the All-Star Game since I'm an NBA fan. I'm not really like biased one way or the other. Like I don't hate it. I don't like. I'm super adamant about it, but it's always a fun time just chilling and watching it. Just something fun to have on your TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Everyone has different thoughts about the All-Star Game, but I don't mind it at all.
Yeah. The MLB All-Star Game is the best All-Star Game.
I agree.
Home Run Derby is like that's like one of the best events ever in an All-Star Game, I think.
It's just I don't know, just the feel of the MLB All-Star Game in like July. It's just like baseball.
It's like the heat of like summer.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like just baseball in the summer is just like peak.
It's so nice.
I think it's in Atlanta this year.
Oh really?
Yeah. So that should be fun.
We'll talk about it 6 months from now, guys. Well, maybe not me, but they will.
We kind of get ahead of the curve with that one.
Yeah.
All right, Pataki, right now, the 4 Nations is going on.
Yeah.
You're a big hockey fan.
For those who don't know, it's Canada, Sweden, U.S., and Finland.
Yeah.
Finland?
It's something.
Yeah,
it's something new that the NHL is doing, taking the best players from those 4 nations, and they're each going to play each other once, and then the top 2 teams will play in the championship. So, Canada and Sweden played last night. Great game. Canada went up 2-0 in the first period from goals from Nathan McKinnon and Brad Marchand, and then goals from Jonas Brayden and Mark Stone in the second period, making it 3-1 in favor of Canada. And then in the third period, Sweden had 2 unanswered goals from Adrian Kemp and Joel Eriksson Ek, sending it to overtime in the first 4 Nations game. And Mitch Marner, just 1 minute in, scores the goal in OT, and Canada wins the first 4 Nations game. And I believe USA and Finland are tonight at 8, on ESPN. So I'm definitely gonna try to tune into that if they let me.
We will let you.
I turned it on for like 2 seconds last night, Canada and Sweden, and they scored like
Really?
immediately. It was awesome. Yeah, it was like a breakaway. I was like, whoa. Dude, hockey's fun.
Hockey's very fun to watch.
And names like Eriksson Ek. Like, that is awesome.
That's a last name. That's
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
That is fun.
They have some weird names, and
dude.
Yeah, but it's really fun.
Yeah.
Hockey's awesome.
All right now, looking at the NHL, who wins the Stanley Cup?
Who wins the Stanley Cup? I mean, you gotta say, like, Vegas is up there again. Okay. Vegas is always good. Florida's up there. Florida's good. And the Rangers, they won the President's Trophy freaking last year and then lost. But they're having a mid-season. It's pretty bad. But, you got the Capitals are somehow winning the Metropolitan. I don't know how. But, besides that, I mean, I feel like those are, like, the two that we're probably going to see in the Stanley Cup again. Panthers and Golden Knights. And I don't want to see that again, but I don't see any other teams. I mean, I don't think the Capitals are going to be able to do anything in the playoffs because I feel like they just reconstructed the whole team again. And, Alex Ovechkin's getting up there in age, so... But he's still having a heck of a season. He's closing in on Wayne Gretzky's goal record, so it'll be pretty cool if we can see that, even though I hate Alex Ovechkin.
Will it be this season that he breaks it?
I think it's going to have to be if he does it, because I don't know if he's going to come back next year. Okay. I think he's, like, 15 off, and we have about, like, less than 30 games left in the season, so it's possible, but...
Yeah, we'll see. All right, give it to me straight. Percentage chance that the Predators win the Stanley Cup this year.
The Predators, I'm going to give them about a 0.1%
Okay,
chance.
0.1, I'll take it.
0.1% chance. Where even are they in the Stanley?
Yeah, not great.
They're 7th in the Central.
Yeah, what's their record?
They are 19, 28, and 7.
Hey, 45 points. Yeah,
it's okay.
I'm looking here though. The Jets, the Winnipeg Jets, they actually pretty good.
Yeah, the Jets are also having another good year, but
you don't think they're gonna go anywhere?
No, I don't think a Canadian team's gonna win the Stanley Cup in the near future because it's been like 30 years.
Yeah, that's
about. I think something like that. It's been a long time since they've won a Stanley Cup, and I don't want that to happen because USA is better.
I will agree with you on that. America is better.
Patriotism.
Yes. All right, Brayden, do you want to do your game first?
Yeah. So me and Stu both have a game for Pataki. I have a little trivia game, and then Stu has a surprise game for Pataki. So let me just get over to that really quick.
No, this is not.
So
Pataki, I got 10 trivia questions here, all relating to the Giants. Let's see how many you can get right out of 10, and test how true of a Giants fan you are. You ready? This is from like this could be years ago. This could be current. Like you don't know this. You're just.
I'll keep track.
You're shooting blind. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Question 1. Where was Tom Coughlin the head coach before taking over the Giants? I have 4 options for you. This is multiple choice. I'll give you all of them so you can guess from this.
Yeah. All right.
Is it A, Jacksonville, B, Denver, C, Seattle, or D, Atlanta?
Can you read me them again?
Yeah. So we got Jacksonville, Denver, Seattle, or Atlanta.
I don't know this one, but I'm going to say it was Seattle.
No.
That was incorrect. It is actually Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Okay. I should have guessed the bad team. A team that's going to go through coaches more often.
Yeah.
Probably would have given me a better chance.
All right, so you started off 0 for 1.
That's
see if you can come back. How much did team founder Tim Mara purchase the New York Giants for in 1925?
Oh my! How is he gonna know this?
Was it A? Just think about like money during that time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Was it A, $10,000, B, $5,000, C, $500, or D, $1,000?
I'm gonna say it was 5,000.
No,
wrong.
That was
again.
A tough one.
It was actually 500.
That's insane.
Only $525.
I don't know how much that translates to now. I'm kind of be curious to see how much $500 is like in inflation now.
Yeah,
it could be like over $1 million. Like it's like probably 1,000.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I think it
maybe 100,000.
Yeah, I don't know. But like $500 back then was probably a lot because like 1925.
Oh yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like I could buy like I don't even know. But I can buy like I could have that much money right now if I wanted to. If I found a job.
If you worked at McDonald's.
Dude, yeah, guys. let me talk about this.
Oh,
I got hired at McDonald's and I had orientation like 4 weeks ago, and they still have not given me a schedule.
Yeah.
So if Lynchburg, Virginia McDonald's is hearing this on Wards Road, give me a freaking schedule, because I'm such a crash out.
And you've called them like
I've
3 or 4
called them
times.
a couple times, and I've texted the manager that gave me his number. So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, guys. So don't get hired by Lynchburg McDonald's. They don't give you a schedule.
Yeah.
Pataki's wasting away here in the dorm, making negative money in his bank account right now.
Yeah. I think I'm at -18. So.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, yeah, we don't have to spoil that for.
Oh, okay.
All right. Question 3, Pataki. Ready?
Yep.
Who was the Giants' opponent in their very first home game ever?
What?
The
How's he gonna know this?
The Chicago Bears, the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets, the Pottsville Maroons, or the Green Bay Packers?
I feel like, dude, I want to say it's one of those stupid teams that I don't even know of, but I think Brayden's just messed with my mind, and I'm gonna say the Chicago Bears.
I think it's the Maroons.
It was the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets.
Dude, what the frick is this?
No way.
I'm gonna go 0 for 10.
No, you're not. No, you'll get some of these. So yeah, Pataki, you are 0 for 3 right now. You got to get back. You got to get just a point on the board, please.
I'm trying.
All right, you should be able to get this one. Question 4. What Giants wide receiver became famous during his rookie season for his one-handed catch?
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Was it A, Victor
No, you don't have
Cruz,
to go through them all.
B, Jeremy Shockey, C, Odell Beckham Jr., or D, Amani Toomer?
I'm gonna go with Odell Beckham Jr.
That is correct.
Hey.
Good job, Pataki. Hey, the easiest one on the board probably.
Nice.
Easy layup right there.
All right, Pataki, you are 1 for 4 right now.
Okay.
Question 5. In 2004, what player did the New York Giants trade to the San Diego Chargers for rookie quarterback Eli Manning?
Oh.
Was it A, LaDainian
You
Tomlinson,
should know this one.
B, Drew Brees, C, J.P. Lozman, or D, Phillip Rivers?
It would be D, Phillip Rivers.
That is correct.
There you go.
Good
Great
job,
trade.
Pataki.
One of the few trades I actually liked.
Yeah.
In Giants history.
Yeah.
Freaking love Eli Manning. Should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, but
yeah,
it's not my decision, unfortunately.
So, Pataki, you're at 2 for 5 right now. You're getting back on track.
All right, 40%.
Question 6. What team defeated the Giants in what has come to be known as the greatest game ever played? Was it A, the Chicago Bears? Was it B, the Baltimore Colts? Was it C, the Green Bay Packers? Or was it D, the Dallas Cowboys?
And I don't get a year. I just have to know, like, the greatest.
The greatest game? What?
I can give you the year.
Okay.
It was in 1958. It was the NFL Championship in 1958.
Okay. I think I actually know this. It's either the Colts or the Bears. And, oh my gosh. I'm gonna say it was the Chicago Bears.
No.
Was it the Colts?
It was the Baltimore Colts in the 1958 NFL Championship.
I knew it was one of them because I've heard.
Hey, you were
that.
close, Pataki.
I know we played the Bears in a couple World Championships before, like the Super Bowl era, but
Yeah. All right, Pataki, you're 2 for 6.
that's not good.
Let's see if you can get back to 50%. All right. The New York Giants retired jersey number 16 in honor of what former player? Was it A, Y.A. Tittle, B, Tuffy Lemons, C, Phil Simms, or D, Frank Gifford?
Okay, so it's not Phil Simms. He wore 11. I'm gonna say Y.A. Tittle. I think he wore 16.
Oh
my gosh, dude.
What?
It was actually Frank Gifford.
Yeah.
He was an all-pro wide receiver / running back from 1952 to 1964, and he led the Giants to 3 NFL titles.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to do my research from like the freaking 1,000 years ago for the next time I'm on the.
Hey, I was testing you on this, and I was seeing if you were a
75
true
years
Giants
ago.
fan. All right, so what are you now? 2 for 7?
Something like
Yes.
that. Not
2 for
good.
7.
2 for 7.
All right. Question 8. Who did the Giants choose with their first-round draft pick in 2002? Was it A, Phillip Rivers? Was it B, Ron Dane? Was it C, Jeremy Shockey? Or was it D, Eli Manning?
Okay, so I have a 50-50 because it's not Rivers or Manning.
Yeah.
It was Shockey, and who's the other guy?
Ron Dane.
Ron Dane. I'm gonna say it was Jeremy Shockey.
That is correct.
Let's
It's
go.
Jeremy Shockey.
There's number 3.
All right, so you were 3 for 8 right now. All right,
Okay.
Question 9. Prior to Eli Manning, who was the career passing leader for the Giants? Was it A, Kerry Collins? Was it B, Fran Tarkenton? Was it C, Phil Simms? Or was it D, Charlie Connerly?
Okay, so I don't think it's D. I don't think Kerry Collins had that good of a career with the Giants. I want to say Simms, but that just seems like the obvious answer. Who's the other guy?
Fran Tarkenton.
Okay, he was pretty good, 1,000 years ago as well. I'm gonna say it was Phil Simms.
That is correct.
Okay,
it was
there you
Phil
go.
Simms.
Hey, one more to get 50% right.
So
Hey,
you are 4 for 9 right now.
All
All right, last question. You should be able to get this one.
Oh, that's good.
Who was the fastest player in NFL history to reach both 200 career receptions and 4,000 career receiving yards? Was it A, Amani Toomer? Was it B, Odell Beckham Jr.? Was it C, Frank Gifford? Or was it D, Victor Cruz?
So what was it? 2000 what?
It was 200 career receptions and 4,000 career receiving yards. The fastest player in NFL history to reach that.
In NFL history,
Yeah.
not just Giants.
In NFL history.
All right. I'm gonna say it was OBJ.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
That is correct.
Yes.
OBJ in 2016. He did it in 2016.
Nice. 5 for 10.
5 for 10.
All
All
right,
right,
it was a
you
rough
started off
start,
a little rocky.
but
Yeah.
I will. After going over 3, I think 5 for 10 is not too bad.
That's
I
not
would agree.
bad.
I would agree.
Good job, Pataki.
No, thank you.
Hey, not too bad. All right,
All right, on to Stu's game.
time
Stu's
for
game
number
is
2.
interesting.
This will be very interesting. All right, we are playing today. Who do you hate more?
Yes, dude, I like this.
Here we go. Let's start it off with some baseball. Who do you hate more, the Dodgers or the Astros?
And you have to give us why. You have to give us your criteria.
All right, so Dodgers and Astros. You know, you gotta say I could say I can hate the Dodgers because of last year, but that was our fault. We lost that game. We lost that series, and I hate the Astros. I hate when they cheated in 2017.
Yep.
And I get we were down 3-2, and it was game 6 when Altuve hit off Chapman. But if we win that game, it's a game 7.
Yeah.
You don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna say I hate the Astros.
Okay.
I like that answer.
So now,
Good answer.
who do you hate more, the Astros or the Red Sox?
I hate the Red. I'm gonna say the Red Sox because that rivalry
I saw that was
is so heated, and that's I believe the Dodgers. I mean, not the Dodgers. The Red Sox might be my least favorite sports team.
Dang, Stu.
In every sport. In every sport.
Wow.
That's a big rivalry right there.
I love the Red Sox. But anyways, who do you hate more, the Celtics or the 76ers?
I just really got into NBA, so I don't really know the whole history
It's okay.
of the rivalry between the Knicks, but I know the Celtics have the most NBA championships, and they always beat the crap out of us. So right now I'm hating on the Celtics.
Yeah, Pataki, give me a high five for that one. I also hate the Celtics because they.
All right, Ryan Day or James Franklin, as a Penn State fan.
Oh boy,
dude. I hate Ryan Day so much, but low key, I'm so glad he still has that job at Ohio State right now.
Really?
I don't think he's gonna be able to do that after all this money he just spent on these players. Well, at least Penn State's kind of keeping freshmen and keeping their team together instead of paying new people.
You know who else they're keeping?
Joe Eller, yeah, I know it's Joe Eller. I hate that guy.
We'll get to him.
Yeah, we're getting him. No
I figured. But right now, I'm going to say I hate James Franklin more because he cannot get us over the hump. And I think we need a new coach to get us there.
I agree.
All right, now, Michigan or Ohio State?
Dude, let me tell you, you think I hate the Red Sox? I might hate Ohio State more than the Red Sox. Dude, when we lose to Ohio State, I actually crash out.
Yeah,
And,
so do I.
If, I don't think I would be able to talk for the rest of that Saturday when we lose to Ohio State.
Yeah.
This past year when we lost to Ohio State after having a 10-zip lead and scoring 3 more points the rest of the game, I don't think I said more than 5 words for the rest of that day, and I was just furious at everybody I talked to.
Yeah.
So frick Ohio State.
All right, now, who do you hate more? Penn State not scoring on 1st and goal against Ohio State, or Drew Aller throwing an interception against Notre Dame to seal the game?
Oh my gosh.
Now, let me say,
those are both
I crashed out when we ran the ball 3 times in a row against Ohio State and then threw it to, I don't even know, but he was triple covered.
Freaking quadruple coverage.
Yeah, it was the stupidest play calling I've ever seen in my life. And I was at home, so I was pissed at that. But when I was at beat ups for Penn State Notre Dame, And when Aller threw that pick,
you audibly...
I ran outside and I just yelled.
Yeah.
And I might have said a couple things that I shouldn't have said about, Drew Aller. But, dude, that Aller pick is my least favorite sports moment.
There you go.
Really?
It's top 2. It's either that one or the Grand Slam that
Freeman hit. Oh, yeah, we're getting that. No worries.
Oh, okay, great.
All right. What do you hate more? Ohio State winning the national championship or Notre Dame beating Penn State?
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, this is like...
You could answer this too, Brayden.
This is very hard.
I hate Ohio State so much, but not being able to play that national championship when we should have been there makes me even more mad. So I'm gonna say Notre Dame beating us.
I will also agree with that.
Was worse because that was we had the right teams to beat, and against the hardest team that
we had one of the easiest paths.
Yeah, and the hardest team that we played in the playoffs, we played really well.
Yeah,
and it was just Drew Aller making the dumbest reads and Nicholas Singleton dropping a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, I get it was behind him, but like
that's a
D1 running back. You got to catch that ball.
That's a catchable ball.
That's a catchable ball. It hits your hands. You got to catch it.
Yeah, I agree.
And like nobody hit him afterwards, so it's not like he like got hit. He just dropped it.
Yep.
Like, is that the difference?
I agree, Pataki. You're getting heated.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm crashing out right here.
Hey, we're not done.
Here we go.
There's still more.
Some hockey. Pittsburgh Penguins or Philadelphia Flyers?
Dude.
The Philadelphia.
Well, I was going to say Philly Flyers, but here we go.
All right.
Why would you hate the Flyers?
I hate the Flyers. They're my least favorite hockey team.
They're not even good.
Well, I guess that's the answer right there.
But that's just a rivalry. And I think some of, like, my mom's side of the family makes me hate some of these teams more because they all, like the Flyers.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just, like, a really heated rivalry for, like, me and my family. But, dude, the Flyers, I just feel like they always play dirty against the Rangers. Like, they always go for the dirty hits and, like, try to start a fight. Like, bro, just, like, because you suck doesn't mean you have to beat the crap out of us. So, I hate the Flyers.
The Flyers more?
More than the Penguins.
Interesting.
All right, back to football. Eagles or Cowboys? Who do you hate more?
This might be the hardest question. Because if, like, it really depends who I'm in the room with when these two teams play each other. And, like, say if it was, like, week 1, like, records, like, don't matter, and it was just, like, or, like, in the playoffs and these two teams played, I actually would probably not watch that game because I hate these two teams more than anything in life. That might be true. But I think it's going to be the Eagles for me because they're freaking fans.
Yeah.
Like, the Cowboys, they can say, oh, it's our year, but then, it's
never
their
their year.
And, it's laughable. I can laugh at some Cowboys fans, especially when they haven't won since 96 or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like
that.
It was like 94.
Yeah, it was in the 90s.
But, yeah, it's a long time. And, it's embarrassing, so it's funny. But the Eagles, like, just winning their second Super Bowl in, like, the last 8 years.
Yeah.
And, like, the fans, like, they're just so stupid. Like, I hate the fans so much. So I think it's going to be the Eagles.
Eagles, okay. How about that?
Very interesting.
All right. Nestor Cortez throwing the pitch or a grand slam by Freddie Freeman?
Oh my gosh. Can I choose Aaron Boone? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, you can choose
because Aaron Boone made that decision to bring Nestor Cortez into the game when he hasn't pitched in over a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, you don't do that. You really don't do that. And so I guess I'm choosing Aaron Boone / Nestor Cortez because Nestor Cortez, like didn't even probably put that ball where he wanted to. It was right in Freddie Freeman's sweet spot, and I can't blame the guy for, like, hitting a home run.
Yeah,
that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Drew Aller or Saquon Barkley?
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. Man. I've never loved somebody so much and then hated them instantly than Saquon Barkley. Watching him play at Penn State in his senior year, like when I first started watching college football, and then watching him play for the Giants, it's like a dream come true for, like, a sports fan, seeing your favorite college player go to your favorite NFL team.
Yeah.
And then it's a nightmare seeing your favorite NFL player get your division rival who you hate more than maybe anything.
And it's not like he got traded there.
And he didn't get traded there.
Giants.
We didn't sign him. We didn't give him his money, and then he chose the Eagles. So, gosh, that's really hard. And Drew Aller gave us a good season, and I know he's, like, stupid when he does the ball, but I think I hate Saquon right now.
Okay.
But if Saquon If Saquon went to a different team, I might be able to root for him again. I might.
Lastly, our last one.
Okay.
Who do you hate more? Carp or Stu?
Who do I hate more? Well,
What
that's just
question,
crazy.
That is actually a crazy
It's
question.
my two roommates.
What is this? You shouldn't hate your roommates.
You could say not.
I don't hate my roommates at all. I love them, and I'm super glad I'm living with them.
There, that's the good answer right there.
But Carp.
Oh,
what the? Okay,
that's
bro.
a good answer, Pataki. That's a good answer.
I'm just messing.
What's your criteria for that? Why do you say that?
We don't have to get into this.
It's funny. No, but it's really funny when you play your games.
Okay.
And
why do you hate me because of that? Though?
Well, it's sometimes it gets a little loud.
Oh.
When you
bad.
like
okay. I only do that
and
a few times.
When you get killed over and over
I only do that a few times, but
no, I'm just messing. It was a joke for Carp.
Okay. Oh.
Anyways, we'll be back next week.
Yes.
With more content.
It would just be me and Stu next week.
Yeah.
We'll have another guest in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Probably another one of our hall guys. So stay tuned for that. But once again, we want to thank Pataki for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me, guys.
Pataki, how was it?
It was
Did
fun.
you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very upset that I went 5 for 10 in your game, Brayden. But
hey,
you know,
freshen up on your Giants trivia from 50 years ago, okay?
Okay, I got
maybe
you.
you'll be better.
All right, I will.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go 10 for 10 next time. Just ask me the same question. So
no, maybe next time I'll give you Dodgers trivia.
I don't know why you would do that. I would go over 10 probably. I might get 1.
Just because you hate them so much.
Oh, but I said I hated
the Red Sox more.
Yeah, but you hate the Dodgers because of what? Freddie Freeman?
Yeah, dude. that World Series was bad. He hit a home run in every game in that World Series, I believe.
Pretty much.
If at least 4.
Yeah,
he hit at least 4.
At least 4, yeah.
We don't have to talk about that. Yeah. I know it's hard for you.
Yeah, Stu's game stressed me out.
You were getting heated.
He just had a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Stu, you got any closing things? Any closing remarks?
I got nothing.
All right.
Watch Auburn, Alabama.
Yes.
This weekend. That's about it.
Watch the college basketball games this weekend. Watch the All-Star game. It's always fun to watch the NBA All-Star game. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. We hope to see you guys again next week, and have a good day.
See you next week.